All right, let's get right into it. Let's want to get ready to see. Uh, yeah, right there. Let's go right to. All right, Shalom, Shalom. What the heck? So we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh by Shemel Shah. Double honor to the apostle brothers, the elder great millstone. Shalom to the hope of the elect. Shalom. So this lesson is seek the word of the Bible, right? So seek the word of the Bible, man. Because all this is this word, man, is life, man. So if you don't seek the word of the Bible, people's out there dark and through, and have no idea the times that we are coming into. And you got the servants of problems on the highways and byways, warning our people to repent. They're not taking heed of the warning. So in the rest of the 2/3, people's out here, they're in darkness, man. They have no understanding. They through, they dark and they stuck in their own ways of their life, and they have no excuse in times that we are coming into. So let's go to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. It said, "Wisdom cried without; she uttered her voice in the street. She cried in the chief place on the concourse, in the open of the gate. In the city she uttered her words, say, How long?" No, verse 22. "How long, you simple ones, will love simplicity and the scorners and the light and the scorners and the fool hate knowledge," right? Fool hate knowledge, man. So our people's, they do, man. They hate knowledge. You tell them, the knowledge of the Bible, the word, seek the word of the Bible, and they're not seeking Yahweh Shema Shah. Verse 23, "Turn your reproach, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you." Verse 21, "Because I called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regards," right? No man regards. No man regards. Um, Verse 25, "But has set at none of my counsel, at none of my reproach." Verse 26, "Also I will laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when your fear come." Right, it's gonna mock when your fear come. The time is coming, man. Jacob, trouble, destruction, pestilence. That will come down with great wrath. You people still out there doing what you want to do. You're not seeking the Lord. You're not fearing Yahweh Shema Shah. So when these times come, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 26. "Also, I will laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when your fear come." Right, it's going to mock when your fear come. Verse 27, "When your fear come as desolate, and your destruction come, as the whirlwind, distress, and anguish come upon you." Right, anger come upon you. Verse 28, "They shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find him." Right, they'll seek him early, but they shall not find him. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 29, "For they hated knowledge and did not chose to fear the right." Right, you hated knowledge and you did not chose to fear the Lord. So you didn't fear the Lord. So you're gonna fear the time is coming, man. The great destruction, pestilence, uprising, all these things, unrest, things that come upon, and you people still in darkness. Was that Proverbs 21, verse 16? Still coming with. I can't go around. I'm gonna go get it. So we're gonna get that. Then we're gonna come back to this. With that Proverbs 21, verse. Let me see. Yeah, let's get that. Proverbs 21, verse 16. "That man that wander out the way of understanding should remain in the congregation of the dead." Man, right? Proverbs 21, verse 6. "The man that wander out the way of understanding should remain in the congregation of the dead." Proverbs chapter 1, verse Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. No, not Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 1, verse there would none of my counsel despise all my reproach. Verse 31. Therefore she eat the fruit of their own ways and be filled with their own device. For to turn away a simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safety, should be quiet of fear of evil. Right? Proverbs chapter 1, verse 3. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safety, should be quiet for fearing of evil. Right? Fear of evil. So Proverbs chapter 1, verse what's that read? I forgot the name of the scripture. Yeah, it was that Proverbs 22. But yeah, so how long? Well, yeah, that's all. Okay, that's it. Let's move on. See, I won't try to be too long doing all this. Okay. All right. Just trying to be in spirit. Okay. All right. Let's come out to Proverbs. I always bring this up. I'll have to bring it up. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. Let's get that. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. It say, remember now the credit day of thy youth, while the evil day come not, nor the year draw near, what I should say, I have no pleasure in them, right? For I should say, for I had no pleasure in them. So, right, remember the creator in the day of thy youth. So you don't remember your how about you, man, it's people's out here gonna be through, man. It say, let's go to Psalms 24, verse 6. This is the generation that seek him, that seek the face of Jacob. I'm trying to get all this, but I'm just gonna get some a little bit of a proverb. Psalms 27, verse 8, what thou shalt say, seek my face, my heart say unto thee, thy face, Lord, I will seek, right? Let's read that again. Psalms chapter 27, verse 28. That's not Psalm 27, verse 28. Let's just say that again. Psalm chapter 27, verse 8. When thou shalt say, seek my face, my heart say unto thee, thy face, Lord, will I seek, right? What I seek. Psalm 104, chapter verse 4. Seek the Lord, all his strength. No, seek the Lord and his strength. Seek his face forever, right? Forever. Uh, 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 11. Seek the Lord and his strength. Seek him face continually, right? Seek his face continually. Let me see what else I got. What else? Yeah, Romans chapter 10, verse 38. I'm chapter 10, Romans chapter 10, verse 8. When I shall say it, the word is not even in thy mouth and in the heart. There is the word of faith which we preach, right? The word of faith we preach. Hope I ain't going off topic with this, but I'm gonna bring it back in topic. But to one is given by the Spirit, the words of wisdom is another, the words of knowledge by the same Spirit, right? By the same Spirit. It's like I'm getting off topic, but I'm gonna get back. Yeah. Yep, I was getting off topic with the whole. Nope, I'm kidding. Hold on, let me get back in. Let's see what else we got. What's that? You know what? I'm getting off. Let me get back on time. I ain't trying to get all this. I'm supposed to be going on. All right, let's move on. That's all right. Let's go to Isaiah 55 verse verse 6. No, let's go to Isaiah 55 verse 1. Let's get that. It say, "Ho, here. Let me see if I'm saying it right. Ho, everyone that thirst, come to you, come to the water, and he that have no money, come, you buy and eat, and you come and buy wine and make without, oh my goodness, wine and milk without money and without price." Verse 2. Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread, and labor for that which is satisfied? Not hearken diligently unto me, and eat that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness, right? In fatness. Psalm 55, did I say Psalm? Isaiah 55, verse 3, it said, "Incline your ears and come unto me. Hearken your soul. You shall live, and you shall make an everlasting covenant with you, even a sure mercy of David," right? Sure mercy of David. Isaiah 55, verse 6, it say, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the righteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him to a power, for he will abundant a pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heaven are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So, right, Isaiah 55, verse 6 again, it says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near," right? While he is near. So, right, while he is near. How many times I've been here? So, I've been off topic, so let me get back on topic. So, right, I hope I'm doing it right because I know been off. Let's go to Amos 5, verse 4. Amos 5, verse 4. It says, "For thou said the Lord unto the house of Israel, seek me and you shall live." Right? Seek him and you shall live. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 4. Let me see something. Self-encouragement. Let's see a better word. Let's go to First Peter chapter 1, verse 24. First Peter chapter 1, verse 25. "But the word of the Lord endureth forever, and this is the word which by the gospel is preaching unto you." I think I got that already. I did. Um, yet the word of the Lord, oh you woman. No, I want that. Trying to get it right. Okay, yeah, Psalms. I keep saying so. Isaiah 66, verse 5. Hear the word of the Lord, yet that tremble at his word, your brother that hate you, that cast you out of my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glory, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed, right? They shall be ashamed. Jeremiah 23, verse 18. For who has stood in the counsel of the Lord, and he hath observed and heard his words, who have made his words and heard it, right? Who have heard it. Yeah, Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25. Yeah, already. Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25. It say, for I am the Lord, I will speak, and the words that I speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the words, and without perform it, said the Lord. Oh, right. What's that? First Corinthians chapter 4, verse 20. For the kingdom of the Most High is not in the words, but in power. Let me see it again. First Corinthians chapter 4, verse 20. For the kingdom of our power, oh, for the kingdom of power is not in words, but in power. All right, that should be it. Let me move on to something else. Hope I'm doing right if I can make this understand. What? Let me see. Yeah. All right, let's gonna go back because I'm not finding what I want to find. All right, we're gonna keep going. What's that? Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. And gather yourself together, you gather together, O nation not desire, before the green bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fury of the anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord anger come upon you. Seek you, seek you, Lord of the meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness and seek meekness. It may be you should be hid at the day of the Lord's anger, right? You be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. All right. Read that again, Zephaniah 2, verse 1. It says, gather yourself together. Yeah, gather yourself together. You gather together, old nation, not desire, right? Old nation, not desire. Before the decree break forth, before the day passed as a child, before the fury of the anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord anger come upon you. Zephaniah 2, verse 3. 3, it says, seek you the Lord, all the meek of the earth, which are wrought his judgment, and seek righteousness and seek meekness. It may be you should be hidden at the day of the Lord's anger, right? The day of the Lord's anger. What else I got? Right, the day of the Lord's anger. All right. All right. So let's go to Zephaniah 7, verse 5. Let's get right into that. Zephaniah 7, verse 14. Zephaniah chapter 7, verse 14. It said, I have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Right there. We have right. You have blown the trumpet. Even to make all ready, but none go to the battle. Right? None go to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that in the city shall this day is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that's in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour with him. Right? Famine and pestilence shall devour him. That was it on that secret. Let's go move on. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. It say, many should be purified, made white, and tried, but the wicked shall do wicked. And of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Right? But the wise shall understand. Right? The wicked gonna do wicked. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Many should be purified, made white, and tried, but the wicked shall do wicked. And of the wise, messing up. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Many should be purified, made white, and tried, but the wicked shall do wicked, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Right? But the wise shall understand. Wise understand. Wicked don't do wicked. All right. What else? What's that? No, let's go to Matthew. We should close that. I ain't trying to be too long. Matthew chapter 11, verse, what's that, 16? Yeah, try to be too long. Matthew chapter 11, verse 16. It say, but whereunto shall I like this generation is like unto children set in the marketplace, call unto their fellow. In verse 17, and say, we have pipe unto you, you have not danced. We have mourn unto you, and you have not lament. Right? You have not lament. All right. Matthew chapter 11, verse 16. But what I shall like this generation, it's like unto children that sit in the market and call unto their fellow and say, we have pipe unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and you have not lament. Right? You have not lament. John chapter 5, verse 16. Or John chapter 5, verse 22. John chapter 15, verse, no, I said John 15, I'm tripping. forget. No, it was John 15, verse 20. Is it? I don't know. Let's see. Yep, I'm having a John 15, verse 22. Yeah, there we go. It say, if I have not come and spoken unto them, they have not have sinned, but now they had no cloak for their sins. Right? They had no cloak for their sins. John chapter 15, verse 22. If I have not come and spoken unto them, they have not have sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sin. Right? They have no cloak. And look at that word cloak. Just hit the Bible book, right? Right, they have no cloak. I'm gonna look it on Google. Oh, boy. See something else, but I don't see nothing on here different. Oh boy. Trying to look for the definition. Come on. I hope they're not gonna leave me look it up. But it's all right. It's so right. John chapter 15, verse 24, 22. If I have, well, that should be on that. Yeah. I'm gonna just close out scripture. Now I'm gonna read it one more time. John chapter 15, verse 22. If I have not come and spoke unto them, they have not have sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sins. Right? They have no cloak for their sins. If I wouldn't, that's where I want to go. Let's go to Revelation. Revelation chapter. Revelation chapter 22, verse 10. 22, y'all that. I'm just going to read verse 11 and get ready to talk over this out. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he that which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, and let him be holy still. And behold, I come quick, and my reward is with me to get every man according to his work shall be. Right? Shall be. Yeah, so I think that's all I want to get out. I'm gonna read that one more time. Revelation 22, verse 10. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Revelation 22, verse 10. And he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quick, and my reward is with me to get every man according as his work shall be. Right? Shall be. So I know I didn't. When I first began, I didn't come out right, but it's all right though. Lord willing, it's edified. Lord willing. But yeah, so yeah, So you see, the title is what, seek the word of the Bible, right? So if you're not seeking the word, and not doing what this Bible say, the people's out there in darkness that have no idea, and you in, you know, get through. Was that Proverbs 3 verse 5? Um, but this Bible is life, man. And now people's out there that they don't have no understanding. So I was gonna close it out, but people out there destroyed, you know, have no clue. Let's go to Proverbs 3 verse 5. Yeah, I'm not gonna get all to it, but yeah. So Proverbs 3 verse 5, it say, I'll just go to Proverbs 3 verse 7. Be not wise in our own eyes, but fear the Lord and depart from evil. Right. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. Right. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. So I'm gonna close it out right there. I think I can still a little bit more. Right. So Proverbs 3 verse 5, I'm gonna start with that. It said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. Right. Lean not unto our own understanding. So we don't speak the word of our own ways in the mouth. We start saying the Lord. We lean not to our own understanding. No, we don't lean to our own understanding. In verse 6, in thy ways acknowledge him, he should direct thy paths. Verse 7, be not wise in thy own eyes, fear the Lord, and depart from evil. Right, fear the Lord and depart from evil. Let's go to Proverbs 3 verse 4. So should thou found favor and good understanding in the sight of the Most High and man. Trust in the Lord with all their heart and lean not unto their own understanding. Right? Lean not to their own understanding. Lean not unto their own understanding. Verse 7, be not wise in our own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. Right? Fear the Lord and depart from evil. That should be it. That shall be it. So I'm gonna close out. All right. More understanding coming out. So seek the word of the Bible. If you don't seek the word of the Bible, people in darkness, man, have no clue. And but it wouldn't meant for you either way because you wouldn't show you. So I'm gonna close out right there. So we're gonna give all praise and honor, glory to Yahweh. By Shem Avashai, then on to the apostle brothers of Elder Great Millstone. Shout one to the host of Shout one. Seek the word of the Bible. Seek the word. Shout one.